Hey friends, I'm back. I know it's been a minute. I'm back with more Uber stories. Um so let me catch you guys up on the weeks or what's been happening. So in June I celebrated my 6th year anniversary on Uber. It was June 23rd. That made 6 years on Uber. And now it's July. Um, Usually during June, that's what I look forward to is my anniversary. July, I always look forward to seeing um, what comparisons I can make to the past 6 years on Uber as far as 4th of July celebrations and the amount of money that comes in compared to the last couple of years. And of course, this is due to like Uber changing the surge pricing, people not tipping as much, and Uber taking 50 to 60% of the driver's earnings. So this 4th of July compared to my first and second 4th of July on Uber basically was nothing. 4th of July was basically like a regular day on Uber. And I noticed that they've been doing that lately with the money that you make. Like you think, oh, there's a big concert. We're going to make lots of money tonight. It's similar to when you go to the grocery store, right? And they're having a sale. But a lot of times people don't realize when you go to the grocery store and they're having a sale, the grocery store will do a buy one get one or a two for $10 or whatever. But a lot of people don't realize they hike up the prices before they have a sale. Food Line used to do it all the time. They would have the BOGOs, and yeah, it's buy one get one free, but they marked up the price. Just pay attention to it next time you go in Publix. But Uber's basically doing the same thing. Yeah, there's a concert. Yeah, they're surging, but you're going to make the same amount of money on this ride that you would have made on any other regular day. That is what Uber's doing, and it's wrong. They're taking all this money from the drivers. For a little time there, they was charging a surcharge for gas, saying that they're passing it along to the drivers, and they're not. And it's such a high turnover rate because a lot of people don't know how to manipulate the app. I've been doing it for 6 years, so I know how to finesse Uber the way I need to in order to keep it going. But for more on that, you guys can check out my Instagram, TIPTENTHE05. So tip10 the 05, and that's on Instagram. I give Uber tips. So anyways, back to these Uber stories. We're in June, July. I told y'all about the punk rock. Was it punk rock? No, it was death metal. The death metal people that I had a while back. We did the UFC fights. Just last night, we had RuPaul's, the RuPaul drag show or whatever was in town. That went pretty well. And I know Brian McKnight is coming up. And I'm trying to think of what we had just recently. I know we had Jazz Festival. I don't remember. I think that was last month. We had Jazz Festival and Patti LaBelle was here. And, you know, everybody had to go see Patti. Somebody else was here, too. Boyz II Men been here. Her was here. Trick Daddy. No, not Trick Daddy. It was Trina. Trina was here. We've been having some good concerts. I think it was, what was that, New Kids on the Block or something that we recently just had. But all these people were in the city. Oh. it was Tommy Lee was here. All these people were here to see him and his band, and that was a good night. That was a lot of people out, a lot of drunk people. Um, I don't know. Did I tell y'all about the man that was in my car? Um, I went to go pick him up from Myth one night, and it took me like 2 hours to get this guy out the car. I don't know if I told y'all or if I told it on Instagram. I haven't been able to get into my YouTube lately. That's why I haven't been giving y'all any stories. But this was probably like either a month or two ago. This man, I picked him up, him and his friend, and y'all, he passed out in my back seat and was back there gurgling and everything. And I was just like, his friend looking at me like, trying to get me to help him get him out of the car, and I was like, I don't even want to touch this man. Like, I do not want to touch him. And he eventually ended up getting the guy out the car. I took them to a hotel, which ironically used to be the hotel that I used to work at overnights. And the overnight lady was looking like, oh my God, what you done got me into? But he basically, you know, the thing people put their luggage on, he basically pulled the luggage thing out there, and then it took him, oh my God, it took him so long to drag his friend out this car. His friend's huge, and he was a little guy, and I felt bad, but I definitely didn't want to help. I was like, I'm not touching him. And so he finally dragged him out the car and got him onto that dolly thing and rolled him into the hotel. And then he came back out, and he was like, just take me to an ATM. I'm going to tip you. And so I drove him to the ATM, and then he tipped me a lot of money. And so I was just like, okay. And then you held me up for almost 2 hours and grossed me out with the gurgling sounds his friends was making because he was passed out in the car. But the tip made up for it. That was an interesting night. So today I just picked up somebody that I picked up like a while ago, Alfred. Shout out to Alfred. What's up? And I was telling Alfred about more police stories because he was telling me, you know, how it was crazy, you know, how the police pulled up on me like that at the Burger King, the one story I told y'all. And then I was telling him that I have so many Uber stories, but I also have stories with me driving Uber and the police. And there was this one particular time where I was in what time was that? I was off Emerson somewhere, so possibly I guess the San Marco area. I went to go pick up my customer. It's a young black kid. And they stopped us because they wanted the kid in my back seat. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm not going to lock the doors. I'm not going to let down the window. And I need to take him to McDonald's because that's where he was going. He was on his way to work to go to McDonald's. And they wanted him because they said they suspected him or something like that. And I'm like, he's on his Uber ride going to work at McDonald's. They were shining flashlights in his face, shining the flashlights in my face. But I wasn't going to do it. I didn't even care if I went to jail that night. I just didn't feel like I needed to unlock my doors for any reason or let my window down. And they were so irritated because I wouldn't let the window down. But eventually I guess the police guy that was over them or whatever called them off of me or whatever, and they let us go. And I got him to the McDonald's, and he was so happy I was his Uber driver because he was so scared. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of scared too, but I'm happy I was his Uber driver too. Because ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling. But alright, friends. I don't know what story I'm going to do next time. I'm going to try to hit you guys with a crazy one. But remember, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to tell you guys my all-time favorite story. I know y'all gonna be tripping because y'all gonna be like, Tiff, why is this your favorite story? But I can't wait to tell y'all my favorite story. I can't wait to tell y'all why it's my favorite story. All right, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Check out my Instagram for Uber tips if you're looking to be an Uber driver, or even if you're an Uber customer. Sometimes I give Uber customer tips because sometimes y'all get on my nerves. Y'all already know. Some of this stuff I don't like that y'all be doing on Uber with these double stops and all this extra stuff y'all be doing. Like, don't do that. All right, friends. Laters.